What up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the Wise Take NBA DFS First Look Core for CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013, and I'm from the Wise Take Nation, where you can visit directly at wisetake.com. You can follow on Twitter at wise_take, and of course you can follow on Instagram at wisetake, no underscore, and Facebook the same thing. We are a premium DFS content provider to help make you a better DFS player. For more information, go check it out, wisetake.com. Real quick, guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We have all kinds of free DFS content we do. We have our new show, the NBA Wise Stream, that we do an hour and 15 minutes prior to lock, Monday through Friday, right here on the YouTube channel. We try to cover the time when it is most important, when injury news starts to kind of come out, try to explain to you how to react, explain to you how we're going to react in addition to a slate breakdown. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell so you're notified whenever we do go live. Whenever we put content out, period, we do a lot of free DFS content for various sports. And while you're here, if you could just like the video, that'd be really, really awesome. We're going to go over four players that kind of stood out to me. I record these videos the night before. It's currently 11:27 p.m. Eastern. So this is a first look core four. I do write a core plays article at wisetake.com, where I put my core, the players that I'll have the highest exposure to after I've done my research, after the news has come out. That is for Wise Take subscribers. This is just a baseline, kind of a place to start. And these were the four players that stood out to me the most. Starting with the cover boy, RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is 6,300 on FanDuel, which is pretty accurate for, I think, how he's been for balance of upside and floor. 4,500 on DraftKings seems way too cheap. We know he's going to get 30 minutes or more. He's in a pace-up spot against Atlanta. Could rack up some steals, could rack up some things. So on DraftKings, obviously, he'll be chalk, 4,500, but the price is just too low. He has shot extremely inefficiently. If he has a game where he finally just even shoots halfway decent, he shouldn't have a problem with 30-plus minutes he's been getting. On FanDuel, you're not getting a deal with the price, but he's still in a good spot, and his ownership's going to be a little bit lower over there. So either way, I'm digging Barrett right now. Next up, we got Malcolm Brogdon. It seems like this guy's always in my core because he's constantly getting disrespected. They have not put enough respect on Malcolm Brogdon's name. 7,500 on DraftKings. FanDuel puts a little bit of 79, but the guy goes for 40 fantasy points regularly with the potential to go for 50, and I think he can even go for 60 when he's getting the triple doubles and things like that. And on FanDuel, this is a good defender. This guy racks up a lot of steals. So the upside's there. Again, not enough respect on his name. So let's get it. Next up, Josh Hart. Josh Hart, a little more volatile. I don't know, maybe not as volatile as RJ Barrett, but from a minute perspective. But he has played a lot lately. 31 minutes in each of his last two games. That makes 30 minutes or more in 3 out of his last 4 games. 4,700 on DraftKings seems kind of cheap for a matchup against Brooklyn. He should be able to grab some rebounds while he's on the court. Brooklyn is not a good rebounding team. And, of course, they're not a good defensive team, so a very fast-paced game. I like Josh Hart at 4,700 on DraftKings, 5K on FanDuel, and we're going to wrap this up with Nikola Vukovich. Vuch is 7,300 on DraftKings, 7,900 on FanDuel, cheap on both sites. He played 29 minutes in his last game, so I would assume he's good for 30, possibly more, but even if they're living around 30, that's probably enough for a guy that under a different coach a couple years ago was only playing 30 minutes a game. So I do like Vuch. 7,300 is too cheap, 7,900 is too cheap. I do like Vuch. Real quick shout out to the Wise Take Nation. We had an odd show, the optimizer that myself and Paulie use crashed right at lock. Some of you may know. It happens. It's it's part of the industry, part of the business. So that site did have a late swap feature, so I was able to swap out of a lot of it, but I ended up with 100% of the guys. I don't very rarely go 100% on anyone. Ended up going 100% on like 4 or 5 players from that first game because it was such a good game. But it is what it is. But looking to bounce back, don't miss the Wise stream. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications bell. Smash the like button for myself, the entire Wise Take Nation. As always, good luck.